go, stacked up there. Oh, howdy. Welcome to Happy Jack's Shack. I'm Happy Jack and this is my shack. Still. Yeah, it's getting cold. No snow yet though. We had a little dusting a few weeks ago, but mostly it's been rain. Rain, rain, rain. Crazy weather. Oh, oops. Yeah, gotta be careful. You know, I like the coyotes because they keep the feral cat population down, but they're still wild animals, so gotta have a little bit of protection. Yeah, right. Keep your finger out of the way, John. About like that. Enough of the playing around, huh? So, yeah, I think it's about time for a bit of a ramble. Shall we? Let me get this hung up, then I'll be right with you. Oh yeah. Oh, we're back. Caught me filling up my bowl. Can't have a ramble without being motivated, you know? Cheers. Happy 420. It's 420 somewhere. The pause that refreshes. But you know what I'm missing? My coffee. Hold on. There you go. Hot coffee, a good hot fire. Well, it was a good hot fire. Maybe I need to go and put some more wood on. I think I was just fiddling around too much. Let me take care of the fire because I don't want to get too cold in here. Oh yeah. Now that's better. That'd be a good fire. And I got good hot coffee. Cheers. Now, what the ramble is all about, and I call it a ramble because, as I've said before, I don't rant about things that I don't like. I don't rave about things that I do like. But I do ramble about a whole lot of things, some of which I like and some I don't like. And right now, one that is, I think, we've been there before, and it's the same story. Armageddon is just around the corner. So you got to prep for it. Well, look, when I was a kid living in Sacramento, there was, that was during the Cold War and the nuclear scare, and then when Russia was moving nuclear missiles into Cuba, everybody got panicked. And, they were talking about Armageddon and everything. And some people even went and dug big holes in their backyard, put these culvert type big pipes in there with covers on each end, and they called it a bomb shelter. Of course, back then I was just a kid and still in elementary school, and I just thought it was the neatest thing around. But you get to thinking about it, and I mean, come on, that was Sacramento. One, the capital of California. Two, we had not one but two major Air Force bases, Mather and McClellan. And McClellan Air Base was a SAC base. I mean, I still remember seeing the old-fashioned radar planes that had this thing on top of them that looked like a con tower for a submarine, and a big old blister underneath that made it look pregnant. But, and neighbors were digging big holes in their yard, putting in these bomb shelters, and now you have to realize they would be nothing more than graves, because Sacramento would have been a target. But we survived that. And then, of course, there was the oil shortages, gas shortages of the 70s. You wait in line for hours and hours and hours, and just as you're getting toward the front of the line, they put that sign out that said, "We're out of gas." So you've been wasting all that time and the gas in your tank, and now you can't get gas because they ain't got no more. That's why I went and applied for a job and started working at Beacon gas station, so I'd make sure I had gas in my tank. But, we survived that. And then there was the infamous Y2K, where all the computers in the world were going to crash, and I wasn't worried about it, because my personal computer, I downloaded a patch, installed it, and I had a 4-digit year. And I figure, if they're going to do that for my lowly little computer, mainframe computers at banks and prisons and all the rest of it would be fixed as well. So that was no big deal. But everybody was afraid of it. And then just before this, there was the Mayan calendar scare. December 21st, 2012, 12/21/12, and it would be the end of life as we know it. And everybody wanting to buy this survival stuff and everything. And there was a guy on a lot of the reality shows going and saying that, the elite have a shelter system under the Denver airport in Colorado, and there's even a tunnel that goes from it to Cheyenne Mountain. But only the elite, the famous and infamous, will be able to get into those places. The rest of us, So some guy was going around buying up these missile silos and designed up plans to convert them into condos for the not-so-rich but still richer than us. So they would be saved. The only thing is, if we don't get into those places and we do survive, you think we're going to help dig those people out? let them be in their cave, in their graves. But there was all of that, and it passed over. There was no need. And now that same guy is saying, yeah, we've got all kinds of these bomb shelters, these survival shelters, and the rich are buying them up real fast. Yeah, well, that still doesn't do any good. And then you go on YouTube, and there's all of these preppers, you know. The one that had the guy that was talking about these bomb shelters that his company builds and puts in. And mind you, you want to keep your hiding place a secret so your neighbors won't know that you have it. Otherwise, they're going to be tearing your door down. But you're going to have this thing, dig a big old hole, put in some concrete pads down there, put in the shelter units, and have them all hooked up, have generators hooked up, have all of this other stuff done up, and get all that all done up, and your neighbors ain't even going to notice. Right. I told you it was going to be a ramble, but, you know, there's one guy up in Canada, he's the Canadian prepper, and there's actually 4 of them out that have, there's a whole bunch of them out there, but 4 of them have gotten together, the 4 with the biggest followers, and you know, I have subscribed to their deal for a while, but they're getting into the same thing that's been heard time and time again, over and over. Prepare for Armageddon. The end is coming. You have to prepare for it. You know, and there's a guy in I think he's in Kentucky, and I am not really sure where, but he's the city prepper. He talks about how to do up in the cities, and you know what to look for, where to get things, and all like that. And then there's the urban prepper, and there's a couple others out there that I have watched some of their videos. Canadian prepper had a deal on today where he's talking about these e-bikes, you know, and they have the batteries on there, and he says they're great because one, they're faster and easier than walking, and though they are limited with how much you can take, but you know, you can use it for recons and going out to get some small stuff, and you can recharge them with a solar power center. And you've seen, I don't know if you've seen mine yet, but I do have a solar generator with backup battery on it, and 6 solar double wide solar panels. So 600 watts. On a good summer sunny day, I could charge that thing up and have it all charged up. But what's nice about it is it's quiet. It's not like the generators. Of course, occasionally I'd probably have to use my gas generator and get it fired up to plug in the solar generator to recharge the batteries in it. And that wouldn't be so bad, you know. I'd have my gas generator running a couple hours, get that thing charged up, and then just shut that down. And the solar generator with backup with attached battery, expansion battery, will run my refrigerator, and then I'll have a plug splitter so that I could also hook up my microwave, my coffee pot, and maybe even run a line in here and hook it up to my home theater system so I can at least watch, my meager collection of videos. Meager collection. Oh, have you seen Free Guy? That is funny. It is funny. And I still have to watch the Godzilla versus King Kong. Or is it King Kong versus Godzilla? I say forget that. I'll watch Viper. I like that one. And I still have the last season of Kung Fu to watch. You know, the original TV series. So, but, you know, now you have seen my regular generator, my gas generator, and you've seen my new storage shed. And wouldn't you know it, I pay a little over $500 for the thing, and I thought I got a good buy out of it. It's now less than $500. And so maybe my neighbor's going to be wanting one, being as they're that cheap now. And I'll have to go over and help him build it. But, you know, why not? What else have I got to do during the day? Okay, let's see, what else were we talking about? Oh yeah, inside my shed, and a few weeks ago, we had a storm, and I don't know if any of you heard about it or lived through it, but they called it an atmospheric river. And they used to call it used to be called the Pineapple Express, because it usually comes out from over Hawaii, and it's a warmer storm, so it comes in and it just sends the rain down, and even in the mountains it could you know, just be raining on all the snowpack. And that's how the big flood of '97 hit. And I mean, they had to close down casinos in Reno. But that was pretty interesting, and that almost got me to thinking, why did I move to Nevada? But now a couple of weeks ago, we had that big rain, and I mean, it just rained like crazy. Orville was at its lowest point, but it has raised up over 30 feet since that rain. And they've got another storm supposedly coming in, and but they're also saying it might move to the north, just stay up north. So Washington and Oregon, you're gonna be pounded with rain. And but shoot, I was going to water the lawn, but it's still wet from when we had a couple of sprinkles a couple days ago. But okay, and back to the shed. I used to call it my bug out shed, but who's going to bug out? You know, I live out here in the boonies. Nobody cares about us out here. In fact, the county would like to get rid of Holbrook Junction community, because we're nothing but a bunch of trailer trash. I like the sound of that, though. Plain white trailer trash, yeah. But you know, now back to the shed. Am I losing it or what? Hey, I'm having fun. And at times it can be a tough job being a little bitty boy inside this old man's body. And if that old man knew what I was doing to it, ooh! But, hey, I have my fun. And now you've seen inside and all the crates and everything of food. Well, it's starting to dwindle down, because I like eating that stuff. Freeze-dried food. I mean, who'd have guessed? But my favorites And if you've ever had Mountain House freeze-dried food, then you know what I'm talking about. You know, you open the thing up and you take out the oxygen pack and throw that out. And you take a smell, you get nothing. It's freeze-dried, there's nothing there to smell. So you go and figure out, most of them it's like anywhere from a cup and a half to 2 cups. But usually it's about a cup and a half of water. And you get it boiling. I put it in the microwave for 3 minutes and take it out. You pour that in there and you start mixing it up, and oh, my favorite is the beef stroganoff with noodles, beef stew, the latest one, and oh, it is good, fettuccine alfredo with chicken, and chicken fried rice. Though I think it would taste a little bit better with a bit of soy sauce on there, but you don't want too much because there's plenty of sodium already in it. But those are really good. Breakfasts, the scrambled eggs with bacon is good. I would get the scrambled eggs and ham, but they have peppers in it, and you know, I leave the peppers out. I don't need that for breakfast. There's plenty of peppers in the breakfast skillet, and there's peppers in that, but it's really good. And it, I don't know, it's just something about when it's mixed, it doesn't really affect me, you know. I don't mind the peppers. There's enough to get the spiciness down. I mean, after all, it has hash browns, scrambled eggs, pork sausage with onions and peppers. But it's all cooked. And you add the boiling water to that. Oh, it smells so good. And you mix it all up, and then you close it on the zip tie, on the Ziploc, and leave it for 5 minutes. And you take it out, and you mix it up again. And I got these spoons that have long handles on it, so I can reach in there, mix it all up, and then close it up for 4 more minutes. And then you go and open it up, and you eat it right out of the pouch. And though most of the packets say that it's 2 servings, maybe for a couple little kids, you know, but even me, though I don't eat all that much at a sitting, I'll finish one of those off. I mean, and it's that good. So I just, but, you know, I've got all of that. There's like 13 weeks worth of food saved up in there. And I got to thinking, I don't need that. Even if I shared with my neighbors, that would still leave me with a bunch of extra. So I'm going to start eating the stuff. And I've gotten pretty much where, you know, I only need to go into town maybe once a month, or maybe even once in every month and a half. You know, I'll go in there and get me maybe a couple of pizzas and maybe a few other things. You know, of course I have to go and get my soap and my shampoo, and of course TP. Got to have that. And I do have 3 buckets in my shed, and instead of it being a prep shed, well, it could still be a prep shed because I'm not prepping for the end of the world, but if there's going to be another, you know, power failure, well, then I'm going to get out the generators and I'm going to get the extension cords, and I'll have my power. And, you know, if the road gets blocked and we can't get into town, well, I've got my food. Plenty of food. and coffee. But you know, and let me show you one of my new hobbies. You know me, I get into something, I go crazy about it and everything. And you've seen some of the resin that I do. You know, I did the ashtray, and by the way, my neighbor loves it. And I've done a bunch of others, and I just finished up. There's these women from a church, a religious group or something, and they don't go try preaching to you or anything, but they do go and get this. I don't know where they go to get the food, but they have a trailer load of food stuff and everything, and I had asked her, well, what kind of meat you got? And she goes, well, we've got this, and we've got canned hams. And I said, canned hams? And she goes, yeah. They're the little cans. And I go, yeah, well, that's pretty much like Spam, but, you know, it's more like a ham. It's shaped like a ham. And it can be, I guess, baked like a ham. Me, I like to slice it up and put some ranch dressing, some, what's that mustard, DuPont, 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 that sounds like a paint. Well, it could be, it's French mustard, and I put that. Oh no, it's not French mustard, it's French's mustard. But it's still good with some ranch dressing, and then I sprinkle shredded cheese on there, and then I put it in the microwave. Well, before I put anything on it, I'll slice it up, and I'll have it in a plate, and I'll stick it in the microwave and bake it for about 3 minutes. Take it out, flip them over, put all that stuff on the ranch dressing, the Frenchy mustard, and the grated cheese. And then I'll put it back in for a minute and take it out, and oh, that stuff is good. But you know, and another thing, in case the generator goes out down in where the water pump is for the park, yeah, he got a generator that runs on propane. And the propane tank, he said, will run the pump for about a week. So that would be cool. But if we run out and don't have that, well, there's always the lake over at Topaz, and that's just over the hill. So we just take the dune buggy over, and we'll fill up some water over there, and then bring it back and put it through the filters. And if need be, I got a deal that'll boil up the water in a hurry. And it's enough water to fix up a couple of the packets of food. Or you can use it and chill it down a little bit and use it for washing. You know, get your wash rag in there. But, you know, and I got this deal that goes on a 5-gallon bucket. And of course you want to put a bag in there first, and then you put the lid on, and then you lift it up and you got a toilet. And it's got a toilet seat. And I also have these little, what they call poo-pourri, and you put a couple sprays in there, and that way you don't have no stink coming out of it. Of course, once you're done with your business, and you got all tidied up and everything, and then you just take the lid off, close up the bag, and you take it out and you bury it. and the bag is biodegradable. So it is environmentally friendly, I guess you could put it. Is that right? Cool. Oh, I was going to let you see my my new candle holders. Okay, let me readjust. And here we have it. And you got a blue one and a red one. And then you have this one back here. Let me see. Go and bring it out like that. How's that? Isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's a open water lily. This one is the closed up water lily. I wanted to have a light pink, and that turned out to be a little too dark. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but it was supposed to be a green down here. So I went and yesterday I poured another one. That one goes there. And this is the lighter pink one. And yes, you can see right there, it does have some green. But, you know, it does have a little bit of green in between the petals and everything, but, you know, I think that makes it look a little more realistic. I like the way it has the texture on the leaves or the petals. And then this one is supposed to be another flower, of course, but if you look at it different ways, it changes colors. I think this is the one that's supposed to be red and blue. And this one is supposed to be red and green, but, you know, it's sparkly. I have fun making these things. And then this one, you're not afraid of snakes, are you? Ta-da! Yeah, it was fun. But the one that I just finished and did today, and it was hard to get out of the mold, is this one. Now you see how when you change the lighting, it changes the color underneath the tape. So how's that? That's freaky. And it was hard getting that out of the mold. But, you know, and, you know, as always, I try to have some glitter in it. Isn't that pretty? Holographic glitter. Who'd have guessed? But the one that I liked the best, that's this one. And if you look, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has little pieces of gold. That's my crystals. Do you get to see the gold? It'd be there. Little gold flake. That stuff was expensive. Okay, enough of that. You got to see all of that. I gotta move these out to my shed, that's prepping stuff. So, that's it for that. Back to the ramble. Oh, we're back. So, how'd you like the candle holders? Yeah, it's fun. I would have filmed me pouring them and everything, but that's boring. One of these times, because my neighbor, I had fixed up a couple of candle holders for him, and I fixed her up. That's one. I don't know if I filmed that or not. The jewelry case, the jewelry box that has the crowned lid on it. But oh, she loves that. She wants another one, but that one was kind of a blue color. She wants one that is red. So I'll have to be doing that again. And I don't know. Maybe I will go and film it. That's good. Still good. And we have a nice fire going. I got one of those wood stove fans. And I don't think you could see it. You might be able to. Just on there, just to the right of the chimney. And no batteries required. It's the heat of the stove that somehow generates electricity in the metal, and it makes the motor run. Well, mine has two motors because it has two fans. And you can't hear it. You don't really feel it moving air around, but it does spread the heat. Really good. So, now, like I had said though, with the, there's a lot of stuff in that survival shed that I'm going to take the references for SHTF. Stuff hits the fan. But I need to watch a movie. I think this ramble is over. It is time to watch a movie, and I want to pick some munchies up. I got the munchies. So, until next time, this is Happy Jack, hoping your journey down life's path is a pleasant one. Later days.